SANTERRES and friends, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Happy Monday afternoon. It's your boy SANTERRES, and I've got a guest here with me, none other than Mr. Nam. What's going on, Nam?
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me.
You been well?
Good to be here.
Yeah?
On a nice sunny Monday morning.
Monday morning, yeah, that's it. I know, thank you so much for coming through, man. I really appreciate this. I just want to go into, a little backstory, man. When we first met, I remember I saw you, I knew about you, you were part of the operatives crew and this and that, and I was like, fuck, I really want to get to know these guys, right? So I randomly went to a Jerome Vandal show. Do you remember that?
Was it at Royal Melbourne?
Yes.
Yes, yep.
I said to my missus, I was like, yo, I need to make networks. I started making, global sound beats and stuff like that. I need to get to know these people. And I'm randomly, started recording you. I was just a big fan of your set. I was like, yo, this, because, I don't listen to drum and bass that much, I have to admit. And I'm like, that was probably my first introduction to it. An actual set.
Yep.
So, so random fact, I went there specifically to network, and then now all of a sudden I'm messaging you every week.
Yeah. It's funny how these things happen, right? We all come together for the love of music.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful thing. I remember that show because actually Jada wasn't there for that one. I was helping run that show by myself that day. And Jerome was actually literally flying in and out. He literally flew in. Someone brought him to the gig. He played his set and he left.
Yeah.
But that was also, I think it was, we'd just come out of COVID, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was
2021, 22,
yeah,
something
22,
like that?
yeah.
22.
Pretty sure. And the thing is when I started, I was when I started making music, I was like, I need to get part of these crews, that I can play my sound and stuff like that. So, yeah, I had to get to know you guys. So, I mean, just a random fact, I just wanted to let you know, man. I really appreciate your friendship and shit too. So, look, I like to introduce all my friends, as you know, SANTERRES and Friends radio show. So, obviously, you being one of my closest friends. So, I just want to get to know you, and I'll introduce you to. I will let the people, know you, for, the man behind the music. So, where did you grow up, and what kind of music did you find yourself listening to back then?
Yeah, so I'm old, right? I've been around for a hot minute. I grew up in the Richmond Flats, so my family were Vietnamese refugees. My parents came here in the late 70s. I was blessed enough to be born here in 1978. So if those of you with quick maths can work out how old I am. Yeah. One of my earliest childhood memories with music was I was maybe 3 or 4 years old, and my teenage cousins who just arrived from Vietnam as well, they were really into the disco scene. So they loved their John Travolta movies, ABBA, Bee Gees, and they had a record player in their bedroom. Yeah. So as a kid, I'd wait for them to go to school, run into their bedroom, put on a Olivia Newton-John record and just jump up and down on the bed dancing to it, me and my sister. So for me, I've always had an affinity in music from a very, very early age. Yeah. So I started off with all that kind of that disco, really, Saturday Night Fever, ABBA, really, really funny because I just remember the records itself, picking it up, and that was my first taste of even touching a record. Yeah. So for me, that's my earliest memory.
Yeah.
But as I got older, and we moved out of Richmond. We're living in the Richmond Flats at the time. But as I got older, I started listening to a lot of actually hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
Which back then in the 90s was underground.
Yeah,
it was not mainstream.
Nah.
I couldn't get it on commercial radio. We had to listen to community radio. It was late on a Sunday night, and there was 1 hour of hip hop R&B. And as a teenager, I used to have to go to Central Station and buy CDs that had a label on it.
Was that off Flinders Street?
Yeah.
So okay, I heard about this.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
It had an import sticker on it, so it cost more money, and it was just CDs that you couldn't get in a regular like Sanity or whatever it is, right?
That's nuts.
So I was digging back then as a teenager to get all these.
Do you still have those CDs, records?
Nah.
You sold them off?
I didn't sell them off, but they've certainly disappeared over time. I don't know where they are now. I still have a small collection in a shoebox tucked away somewhere.
That's so old school, shoeboxes.
Yeah, and cassette tapes.
Yeah, nice.
So, like my first, I guess, foray into club music was when I was probably 13, 14. I was going to underage events on a Saturday afternoon between
Blue Light Disco.
Yeah,
Wow.
kind of. It was that Metro, the old Metro.
Oh, yep. I heard about these. Yep.
And then they had them at Billboards, which is now 160 Russell Street.
Yeah. Still billboards.
Yeah, still Billboards.
We know who you are.
Yeah, but I used to get dressed up in like, shirt, pants, Mickey Mouse tie, and go do my R&B dance routines at these places.
Yeah, because I heard that, especially in Billboards, there was a lot of dance crews back then too.
Heaps. They used to have dance competitions.
Yeah. Like that's how, the reason why I know this is like one of my closest friends, DJ Surf.
Yes.
He was one of those DJs that used to play. So it's so crazy that, like as I go into the scene like heaps, I started to find out that everyone that I meet in different corners of Melbourne all have some sort of play into each other. So we spoke about this a lot too. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. I mean, I guess what from then? How did you transition to becoming a DJ or wanting to become a DJ?
I mean, from going to nightclubs, and at the time as a kid, I remember being able to get my hands on mixes from the DJs because they record it and put it in cassette tapes.
Yeah.
So I play it religiously and try to learn and try to understand how they do it.
Was that through your like your relatives as well? Like no, it's just you.
Yeah. So we just friends that I made as a teenager. So I always had that passion or the idea about being able to mix two songs and cut and paste. And I didn't have decks or anything back then, but I would cut my own mixtapes by recording songs off a radio show.
Yeah.
Record, pause.
I remember that. Yeah. Record, play, like that. Play. Yeah, record, play.
That's like my first version of mixtapes.
Mixtapes, yeah.
And then I would do it on the VCR as well. So I'd wake up really early on a Saturday morning, watch Rage, and I would record
VHS.
Fell with DeVoe, Poison.
Yeah.
Didn't understand the lyrics at that age, but I just wanted to have a mixtape of video clips of the songs that I liked.
Yeah.
As I got older, I started veering away from a lot of the hip hop and R&B of the 90s and into the late 90s, early 2000s. I started discovering electronic music, the rave scene, jungle, drum and bass. I enjoyed going to those parties.
Yeah.
Back then in the early 2000s, there was a drum and bass night weekly. Right? There was two actually. There was one at the lounge, Solar, every Thursday night.
Yep.
Packed. And there was Scuba, which is it's near Club Retro, but it was like you had to go underground, small club, and you just go down there. It was dim, dark, and you just listen to the music and stand by the speakers for the sub. That's all you did. You just go there and you dance. There was no cameras. You wouldn't even stand towards the DJ.
Yeah. The DJs will always be in some sort of corner.
Yeah, dark corner.
Disregarded. Like
you're there purely for the music.
Yeah, no.
Purely for the music.
Do you miss those, little pockets? Those little
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, those days, clubbing, no one was self-conscious. There was no one trying to film.
Yeah.
And you talk to people and you get to know people and you make friends.
Yeah.
And you weren't distracted by bright lights and all that kind of stuff. For me, anyway.
Yeah.
But from that, I made friends who were into DJing.
Yeah.
And I got the bug and I started buying records. I had
So you started vinyl and then moved on to Serato and stuff? Yeah.
Started buying records. Spent all my money on records every weekend at Central Station in Paran.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
And moving from there, like, would you say that from there, like that's your sound, like your drum and bass, were heavily influenced by that?
I started off. That was my...
What was your influences, like, when you came up?
Yep.
What did you see and say like, oh fuck, I really wanted to be like that drum and bass DJ? Or
Yeah.
who was that person to you?
DJ Marky from Brazil.
Brazil.
Yep.
That's so odd. You would have think that they would be into like funk or whatever,
Well,
but
yeah,
drum and bass. That's different.
Marky was different in that he would marry both sounds, Brazilian sounds with percussions of drum and bass, and merge the two sounds together, and was quite unique.
Yeah.
He released, and this is also going way back, I used to listen to lots of mixed CDs. It used to be out of the Fabric Live series. There was magazines called Knowledge that was purely a drum and bass magazine that would have a mixed CD on the front. I'd buy that just to listen. But DJ Marky released this seminal mix called Brazilian Job.
Yeah, nice.
And it is to this day, one of the best mixed CDs you'll ever hear.
Is it up on YouTube? I want to suss it.
It is on YouTube.
Fuck yeah. All right.
It is, for me, my favourite mixtape of all time, and I listen to it religiously. And I remember getting to see him perform, and over time we toured him. And I've actually become friends with him.
Oh, nice. How crazy.
Yeah. So
what's it like meeting your idol?
Yeah, they say never meet your idols.
Yeah.
But in this case, I don't regret any of it. He's such a lovely guy.
Yeah, nice.
He's always forthcoming with sharing knowledge, music. Every year he tours. We hang out.
Yeah,
eat,
nice.
Like, funnily enough, last year when he toured,
I think I remember this. I think I remember you posting something about this.
Yeah, I emceed for him last year, and I'm not even an MC.
add that to the resume.
Yeah, add that to the resume. It was just so strange for me. It was a full circle kind of moment. You idolize someone.
Yeah.
You follow them religiously. You listen to their music. You buy all their releases. You become friends. And then eventually I was there introducing him to a crowd like 20 years later from the time I met him. So
that's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say as well, like, is the track that you think that always hits for yourself, like your personal favorite?
Yeah.
And what would you say, like, a track that you play similar in the same sound?
Yep.
That you think that it's a belter, like,
that's
would you play
one
for us?
That's a tough one because through my different stages of my, I guess, career, depending on what kind of genres I'm playing, I just have different ones for each era.
Yeah.
Back then, obviously, it was DJ Marky's LK. It was so big at the time that he even performed on Top of the Pops, which is a British music show.
Yeah.
So LK is probably one of my favourite drum and bass tunes of all time.
Okay.
But it's so old now when I play it, the kids don't know it.
Yeah.
So I can't play it.
Yeah. But, like, it's good to always, I think that, especially, like, older gen people, like DJs like yourself, you really should be playing these songs to let people know, like, there's a whole history to it as well.
Well, that's the thing, like, funnily enough, a few years ago I was booked to play at a Brazilian party. Because through my friendship with Marky, I got to learn and pick up a lot of different Brazilian sounds.
Yeah.
So when I play it at those kind of parties, the crowd who are Brazilian will go, "How do you know this song?"
Yeah, okay.
And then I get asked if I'm Brazilian, and I'm not. But I have a deep love and I guess passion for that sound, and I always dig and try to understand the music that I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really important as a DJ, to really understand the music that you're playing.
Yeah. So that leads on to my next question. I mean, what really stands out to you, like music-wise, when you're looking for tracks? What really hits you? Like, you go like, I need this. Like,
so
because there's abundance. There's a lot of music, and then like there's DJs these days that they just like DJing, like downloading music for just to download music, and there's people that listen to a song and are like, oh yeah, I could fit this in here.
Yeah. So even that has evolved for me over time. When I first started, it was about big, heavy bass lines, rolling bass lines with some vocals.
Yeah.
I really like my soulful drum and bass because there's different types of drum and bass as well. And then if I'm playing at a festival or I'm playing at a club set, then what I'm downloading, what I'm digging for is going to be different. I'm looking for a hype beat that's got lots of energy, that's going to fill out a room and make everyone dance. Then I'll have moments where I'm digging for like really soulful smooth, slow jams.
Yeah.
And I can bounce to that as well, right?
Yeah.
But that for me is a tough question because it just evolves all the time.
Yeah. I really enjoy the edits that I find of like drum and bass or jungle of R&B vocals.
Yes.
Like I think there's like a rain edit that everyone plays.
Which one's that?
The rain.
Okay.
I can't sing it, but rain down on me. That one.
Yes. Yep.
I love it.
Actually, I've got a good story about. Well, I don't know if it's a good story, but you know, this whole. I just want to touch on this quickly. The whole selection craze.
Yes.
Right? Where it really brought edits to the forefront.
Yeah.
For me, when I started drum and bass 20-something years ago, playing it, we used to get white label records, which were unofficial remixes.
Yeah.
Right? So it's white label because it can't be sold officially because they haven't cleared the sample.
Yeah.
That was the original edits. And there was a Missy Elliott edit, Yada.
Yep.
I don't know if you know that song.
Yeah.
By a Norwegian drum and bass producer by the name of TB that I always used to play because no one else had it. No one had it.
Do you have a digital copy of it?
No, because it never got released digitally.
Yeah.
So I've got it on record as a white label.
Oh, you should record it. You should. I don't know the effort, but like yeah. I guess nah, man. That's beautiful, man. Like I that's why I'm really drawn to you as a DJ as well. Like, because you know, for people like me that don't necessarily listen to that type of music, like going back to that story I just told you. You introduced me to that, and I really had a newfound appreciation for it. So I'd like to thank you for that.
No, thank you.
I just want to touch on as well, like your culture. I mean, like you have this event that you have every Lunar New Year. I understand now jams at Section 8 or everywhere you have it. Tell me more about how your culture plays a big part in your sound.
Yeah. So. You know, when I first started out, I didn't see very many people who looked like me DJing. You know, for the most part, you know, Vietnamese families, especially first gen and children of refugees, you know, the primary, you know, pathway for us is education. You know, whether it's you becoming an engineer, lawyer, doctor, that's really pushed on us.
Yeah.
And so the creative aspect of it wasn't really a focus. It was more of a hobby, right? So as I've moved through the different areas and really started finding out who I am and who I represent and what I am and my identity. A few years ago, I decided to really, and this comes from being a dad, actually.
Yeah.
I tell you what, my son is really curious about who he is.
Yeah.
Which made me want to explore who I am.
Yeah.
And I grew up listening to the music my parents loved listening to, and it was actually really depressing because a lot of it was around grief, loss, you know, trauma, war.
Yeah.
But I've discovered that Vietnam is more than just that.
Yeah.
And it's progressed, and there's music coming out of Vietnam right now that is incredible, and I want to represent that.
Yeah.
I want to be able to tap into my identity. I want to be able to provide a platform for aspiring young DJs like myself, and just lead by example and have you know, give them opportunities that I perhaps never had when I started.
Yeah, that's good, man. Like,
Yeah.
like as you said, like, you saying that the Vietnam scene is growing musically.
Yeah.
So, like, you've sent me a few tracks as well of your own edits.
Yes.
Like, so is that like something that you know just want to do more often, or like tell me how your process is when you find, like, when you do that stuff, like when you produce music.
Yep.
Like, walk me through that process of finding like a song that is just walk me through that process, really.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I played in Vietnam for the first time in 2012, and at the time I wasn't sure how my sound would be received because I was playing more UK based heavy type songs, you know, bit of dubstep, bit of UKG, bit of jungle. I don't know if you remember Hudson Mohawk produced songs. But what I saw from the local acts was this growing hip-hop scene, you know, rapping in Vietnamese, and I was like, this is actually pretty cool. I'd never seen it, never heard it, and that kind of stayed with me. And then 10 years later I went back to Vietnam again, and I'm just seeing all these cats, Vietnamese, like, they're just killing it with their songs and their edits. So they're taking all these like traditional well-known Vietnamese songs, and putting a modern twist on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that for me is inspirational, right? Because they're no longer sitting within that that grief, and they're twisting for giving it a modern twist.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm now finding all these songs that are kind of going viral as well on your socials.
Yeah.
But songs that I remember from my childhood, and I'm going, oh, hang on, these are songs that I can add new layers to it.
Yeah.
Play it in a set to represent who I am.
Yeah. And it's also good as well, like I see it as well, adding a modern twist to it is also introducing it to other second gen,
Yes.
you know, it's like that don't really necessarily know much about their culture, or yes, for some unknown reason, family don't really want to talk about it.
Yep.
So I guess that's that's a good way of introducing it to them. Do you find that as well? Do you find that you have younger Viet friends that are like, I don't know this song, but like,
yeah. So a lot of my Viet friends that come to the parties, as soon as they hear a Vietnamese song, they love it, right?
Yeah.
And more often than not, they'll identify with some parts of it. They might not know the words to it, but they know this is a song that perhaps my parents, my uncles, my aunties, or my cousins used to listen to.
Yeah.
But this is sick because it's a new take on it.
Yeah.
And I'm also inspired by a couple of other Vietnamese DJ producers that I've started following. That I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And they didn't exist back in the day when I was coming up.
Yeah.
There's this dude called Demon Slayer from America. He's Vietnamese. Yeah. But he does... See, in the late 80s, early 90s, there was this genre called New Wave.
Yeah.
Right? And it was like the Vietnamese overseas, the expats who were like really into like Madonna sound and Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
And they'd have this big like buffy hair and crazy makeup and outfits. But they were like doing Vietnamese versions of Modern Talking. At the time, as a kid, when I was listening to it, I would laugh because I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And now it's like almost like cult classics, right?
Yeah.
We look back on it with a bit of fondness and go, man, they were being creative for their time, and it's so cool.
Yeah.
But now we get to look back and go, we're going to put our own twist on it.
Yeah. So I guess you're pretty much doing the same thing as they did.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like it's a history thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, man. I mean, like, you've been playing for a long time as well. Like, don't want to get into how long, but like, what would you say your favorite moments your moments in your DJ career? Like, what would you say? What was your favorite moments, or have you had any come up?
Yeah, I think I've had many, but my favorite one is playing at Morty Fest, which is a family-friendly event. And the reason I say that is because my son is able to come.
Yeah.
And he gets to see me in my element, and he loves dancing. And there's, for me, that's like peak. Peak dad DJ moment where, my son will turn to his friend and go, that's my dad up there.
Yeah.
And that brings me so much joy and it fills my heart.
Yeah.
So that for me is like my favorite moment.
Yeah.
In terms of gig-wise, I think a highlight would be like playing at Marvel Stadium.
Marvel Stadium? What did you do there?
Yeah, so I got booked to play for the Supercross Moto Championship.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah, I remember seeing this.
Yeah. That was wild because I've never played in a stadium that big before.
How's the sound?
Awful, because
it's so big, and you don't.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's not really made for.
Yeah, you really do have to rely on the booth for that one.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool because like the main act for that particular day was Peking Duck. So I was playing, and then they performed, and I got like literally stage seats to see them perform.
Yeah.
I was back to DJing again. I was there for like 8 hours that day. But yeah, the idea of when I first started out and saying, hey, you're going to one day play at Marvel Stadium to 30,000 people. Not that they were there to see me, but just that gig alone, I never thought would ever happen.
Yeah. Well, what goals did you have when you first started playing? Like DJing wise?
So when I first started playing, funnily enough, one of my first gigs was at a festival called was it Eat the Beat. It was at SB New Year's Day, and I was in a room called Unheard and Unseen. And at that point, I just wanted to be able to play a support act for touring international artists at the time. That was my goal. I didn't want to produce. I didn't want to be the headliner. I just wanted to be in the same lineup as some of my favourite DJs and producers.
Yeah.
Which I've done multiple times, and it just kind of started off as a hobby. And to think that I've been able to do it for 20 plus years and continue to get booked, I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Because I've seen so many people come up, flame out, burn out.
Yeah.
And
well, like the thing is as well, it's like the how it is at the moment. Like, because the access to DJing is so easy.
Yes.
So it's just a churn and burn industry. Whereas when we first started, like you really had to learn the arts and you had to really get to know everything. And I guess that I'm, like I said, I'm not really going to get into like the old heads versus new heads thing, but like you see it, like it's a real churn and burn type of scene at the moment. So I mean, like, when you DJ, do you prefer DJing in small rooms or big rooms? Like,
I prefer small rooms.
Yeah. More curated.
Yeah. Yep.
Longer sets,
intimate vibes. And I hate saying this because it sounds so cliche, but you can actually take a crowd on a journey when you're in a smaller room, intimate setting, and you don't have to, slam out a 1 hour hype set.
I feel like you just like when you do an hour set, it's not as fun. I feel like it's not fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it doesn't allow you to flex your music.
Yeah,
but it's endemic of our current age, our generation, right? So everything's short attention span. DJs are mixing a lot quicker than they used to. When you have a little bit longer, you can kind of let the songs ride out a little bit.
Yeah.
Let it hit the second verse.
Yeah, let it. Second verse. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
But like when I hear about that, like I always think like, man, like, yes, you want to drag out the song a little bit longer, but like, the crowds don't really give you anything anymore.
No,
they don't.
Yeah.
And you as a DJ, like your job is to read the room, and then when you see people standing around, you panic, and you're like, oh my god, these people are not vibing to what I'm playing. There might be, but like, that you get worried, so you quickly transition. So I completely understand that. So you prefer the small?
I prefer the smaller.
Yeah, smaller.
Yeah, after having done big rooms, and I've played at the Forum as well, and you can't really see the crowd. When you're on a big room in a big venue, the lights are so harsh on your face, like you actually cannot read a crowd.
Yeah.
So you just have to do your best.
Yeah.
In a smaller room, you like I said, it's more intimate. You can get a proper read. That's my preference.
Yeah. All right, man. I think that that's pretty much everything. All questions I had. I mean, where can we find you, DJ wise? Like, where can people find you on socials? Where can people find you play in the next few, like this year? What's lined up? What do you reckon? What do you got? Please tell me. Let me take your gig.
Look, I don't have anything lined up actually, but funny thing. So, in terms of events and doing bigger stuff, I take it as it comes.
Yeah.
Right? So, the plan is to just see what it's going to look like the next couple of months. I might do something for Asian Heritage Month.
Nice.
Not sure yet, but I actually DJ every weekend.
Yeah.
So my favourite gigs are the ones where I get to do dinner sets.
Yeah.
So every Friday I'm DJing. Every Saturday I'm at Yumsing House.
Yes. Nice.
In the bar upstairs where I play just hip hop R&B. But I've always got something in the background. But you can find me. My socials is namnewen, but that's Newen, not Nguyen, because I know some of y'all can't say it properly. But that's on my Instagram and TikTok. But I'm always active. You always see me.
That's why I like you, man. I appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
SANTERRES and Friends. Nam's just got to play an hour set, so strap yourself in. He's got some belters there.
Yes.
I hope so.
I'll have some in there. I think I'm going to play... when I do mixes,
Yep.
I like to play songs that you can sit in the car and listen to.
Okay, cool.
Right, or go for a walk and listen to. When I play a club set, obviously it's very different.
Yeah, okay.
High energy.
Yeah.
I'll try and do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But I want you guys to be able to listen to this and go, yeah, this is really smooth, and I want you to head nod to it and groove to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, man, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.